Well, it's a small lie. I lied yesterday in yesterday's vlog. At the very beginning, I said I was going to give you some stats, some good information on the Jeep Rubicon that I was driving today. But it turns out, because I'm actually headed now to the Automobile Driving Museum to do cars from 1960 to 1970. Okay, we're going through the 60s, and I'm driving the Volvo today, so I'm not going to get a chance to talk about that Jeep, although I will tomorrow because I have plans, and those plans will not be ruined. Before we drive cool cars, got to get some rocket juice. Greg, sit up for me for a second.
It's nice. I don't have too much hair sticking out anywhere, do I?
Just the chest hairs.
La da 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 da. What's up?
We are filming.
Are you hair and makeup? Do I look all right?
Makeup! Morning.
Hey, how are you, Fireball? Good to see you guys back again. It's especially cool because this is my decade. We're gonna start in 1960. We're gonna end up in 1970. So that's exciting to me. This is what I grew up with. This is what excites me about the museum here, about the hobby, about cars, about my car buddies. This is my thing. I love this. I'm Greg Gill at the Automobile Driving Museum. This morning we're going to be talking about the 1960 to 1970s, that decade. What was going on in the car business at that time was jet age styling. The advertising was amazing. It was all beautifully illustrated stuff, all art and color type things. There's lots of chrome strips down the side. Fins are starting to come up all on the bottom of the cars too. Direct lifts of fins, attitudes, stances, everything that you'll see from aircraft at that time as they were moving from propeller aircraft into jet aircraft. And that translated into people on the ground. That's what people wanted. It was exciting. You would get in your Thunderbird and file a flight plan. Oldsmobile fire flights. They all had jet fires, interesting names that all referred to the aviation movements at that time. They started doing metallic paints from the factory that were just very, very deep in their colors. Still doing triple colored interiors, a lot of styling. Everything was still jewelry on cars, the light switches, the steering wheels, the chrome fitments in the cockpits were just, they were lovely. They were lovely. You like to touch the cars as well as drive them. So we'll start with this, which is a 1960 Pontiac Bonneville. It's a fantastic convertible. It's got a tricolor interior. It's also got tri-carbs. It's 3 carburetors. And so while it may look like a Luxo cruising barge, it's actually a sports car. It was fast, it sounded good, those 3 carbs sucking in all that air and gas. Pontiac was General Motors' performance division. It had separate research and development from the rest of the GM product line, and that's where you went if you were a GM customer to get your performance. Came out with an 8-lug wheel that is renowned in the business, and Pontiac is where you went to go. Later on they said they build excitement. They did. It was different than the rest of the GM product line. Much more different than the difference between Oldsmobile and Buick, which were kind of similar, just trim differences, but the Pontiac was where they really spent their time and their money on building their performance machine. Spectacular. That was the word for the 1961 Thunderbird. It was a new body style. It was the 3rd Thunderbird introduced, and everybody was wowed by it. Great afterburner taillights, the introduction of the swing-away steering wheel, 4 seats with a center console that went throughout the cockpit. Beautiful, beautiful metal fittings everywhere, and a ride and a style that was uniquely Thunderbird. So what Thunderbird gave you was a 390 cubic inch engine with 300 horsepower. Also, always a Cruise-O-Matic automatic transmission. 3-speed automatic transmission, that's what you got with Thunderbird. You didn't shift it yourself because your Thunderbird was always ready to glide off wherever you wanted to go. What Thunderbird gave you, or actually inspired you to do, was to take a road trip. This car, you looked at it, you knew it was there to maintain speed and take you comfortably and elegantly to Las Vegas. Wherever you're going to go, you're cruising in the T-Bird.
It was the Rat Pack car.
It was one of the Rat Pack cars. They liked it. Style. The iconic Ford Mustang. It's alive. It's alive.
This is mine.
It's live.
Right here. That's mine.
Fireball, right now we've got the iconic Ford Mustang here. The Ford Mustang was the first pony car. It was an answer to the younger set, an alternative to the more luxurious Thunderbird from Ford, and it was an instant hit. It took the world by storm. They lined up everywhere to get them, and it's still a favorite.
It was like the Apple Store of cars back then.
It was like the Apple Store of cars. That's exactly what it was like. Demand, and they came out and they waited for it, and every time they would introduce new options on it, people would come back and order more. It was stampede, no pun intended. The museum's car that we have for the middle Mustangs is a 1965 fastback. You often see convertibles or notchbacks. You don't very often see fastbacks. We've got a red fastback. This car is unique, and it's got a 6-cylinder engine that's been fitted with 3 carburetors on top of that. Sounds great, goes very, very quickly, faster than the stock V8s, and it's just a great car. It's a pleasure to drive. We take it out often. So what we see with this Mustang is moving towards the end of the smaller cars. As we move to the end of the 60s, cars are getting larger, more luxurious, more standard equipment. The demand is there. Everybody's been so happy with these cars from the 60s. They're dependable, they're sleek, they're fast, they drive well. And that's what this car is all about. Enough of this being on the floor, let's go drive something really cool. What we're talking about, larger, longer, lower, sexier, wider, and more luxury. Let's take a ride.
Ken? Yes, nicely done. 60s cars, your favorite 60s car. And Ken's favorite 60s car.
Yeah, there's so many here.
Yeah, no, it doesn't have to be here. It can be anywhere.
Car.
What is your favorite 60s car? Leave it down in the comments.
67 Corvette Tri-Power.
Nice.
427 big block L88.
That works, but I can't stand talking anymore. We gotta go drive.
Let's do it.
All right, I'm being picked up in something really cool. I don't know what it is. Oh, I know what it is. Wait till you see this. Sick! I need a ride, buddy.
Yeah, let me get this door for you.
Oh yeah, this is freaking awesome. Look at this. Sweet.
This car.
Amazing. '69 Thunderbird cruising around El Segundo. We should go pick up money from somebody.
A lot of money.
Yeah, a lot of money from somebody. I don't care who it is.
Man, I'm in the zone.
I'm in the zone too.
So they make donuts and they put it on the spoon
Oh, yeah.
and roll it and they cook it and it's a donut
Cheers.
and then they put the ice cream in it.
In the middle, right?
In the
They
middle.
have one here in LA.
They do?
Yeah.
Amazing time at the ADM as always. These guys love cars just as much as I do, and we're going to be doing so much more with them. I don't even know where to start, but rest assured within the next few months these cars are going to be out and about on the streets, visiting shows, doing some cool stuff. So if you come to either Malibu Cars and Coffee or the Vintage Car Show or one of the shows that I do, look at our schedule on the website on fireballtim.com. You'll see where I'm going to be throughout the year, and we're going to be bringing some spectacular cars to those shows. That's it for today's vlog. Big thanks once again to the guys at the Automobile Driving Museum. Very fun to hang out with them. And if you think today's vlog was awesome, just wait, because tomorrow we're going to do another one, and then another, and another, and another, and it's just going to go on forever.